Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl India Gianna, and I'm back again with another video. Okay, so as you guys can tell by the title and by my appearance, I got the same outfit on as the last video. You guys know that this is part 2 of my how I found out I was pregnant video. So I decided to cut that story time into 2 videos to give you guys the story of how my mom found out I was pregnant and her reaction, my family's reaction. So we're gonna do that in this video right now. But you already know, before we get into this video, you guys have to do what? You have to do what? Yeah, y'all already know, so I don't know why y'all didn't do it already, but y'all have to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment under this video. You can give me some advice, you could ask me some questions, you can really say whatever you want in my comment section. I really don't care what y'all say. Just please interact with my videos so I'm not just talking to myself all day. I just want to know that people are actually listening. So just drop a comment down below and I'm going to comment back, period. So yeah, now that you guys have liked, comment, and subscribe to my channel, let's get right into this story time. Okay, so my mom found out I was pregnant like a month ago, sometime in March. Keep in mind that I found out I was pregnant in January, so technically I went 3 months without telling her I was pregnant. Honestly, y'all, I was going to tell her. It just like took excuse me, I just keep burping, it's so nasty. But yeah, I was going to tell her. I was trying to find a way to tell her. I kept asking like my cousin and my friends, like, how do I tell her? How do I tell her? Like, I feel like no matter the age, like even if I was like 30, I still wouldn't know how to tell my mom that I'm pregnant. Like, that's still my mom at the end of the day. No matter the age, I feel like it's always weird to tell your parents something like that. Like, that's just so weird. It's still weird for me to say I'm pregnant. Like, I don't say that at all. Like, I just don't really talk about it at all to anybody. But yeah, so I could not figure out how to tell her or whatever, and it just was like eating me alive. Like, every day I would talk to her, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna tell her today, I'm gonna tell her today, and the day would come and I just couldn't tell her. Like, I don't know what was wrong with me, I just could not tell her. Like, I was about to send her a text, I couldn't do it, but then I'm like, I don't want to text her because I know my mom. If I text her, she's just gonna call me. So that just defeated the whole purpose of me texting her. So I just didn't know how I was going to tell her, honestly. So that's the reason why I did not tell her. But it was this one specific day where I actually planned on telling her, and that was the day of my first doctor's appointment, because I knew she was going to find out anyway, because I'm under her insurance and I used my insurance card. Not being sneaky or anything, like, I used it. I knew she was going to find out eventually. Like, they was going to send her the check in the mail, so I knew she was going to find out either way. But I was going to, like, I planned on telling her that day, like before she found out on her own. I planned on telling her, like, at the doctor's appointment, like, I'm at the doctor's, they said I'm pregnant, da 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 da. But for some reason, like, I just wasn't in a good mood that day. Like, I be having my little mood swings, so I wasn't really in a good mood that day. So I didn't want to tell her that day because I didn't know how she was going to react, and I didn't want her to be negative in that, and I already was in a bad mood, and then she just brings me down or makes me second guess my choice or something like that. Like, not intentionally, but you know, like, I didn't know how she was going to react. So that's why I didn't tell her when I was supposed to tell her. So yeah, that went by. I had my doctor's appointment. She didn't know about it. So mind you, you know how you go to the doctors and they give you your discharge papers or whatever. So they gave me a paper, a summary of my visit, stuff like that. So I had, it was like a package of papers. Like, the package was like this big. Like, I had all these papers. So I had them papers in my pocketbook. So when I went home that day, I was staying at my mom's house. I usually stay with my boyfriend, like, we live here. But I was staying at my mom's house that day. I forget why, but I was staying there. So I had went home that day, but my mom usually not home. Like, when I go to that house, she's usually never there, so I'm usually there by myself. but she was actually there that night. So I came home and like I said, my papers was in my bag. And I usually never leave my bag downstairs. Like I usually always bring my bag upstairs to my room. Or if I forget it downstairs, then I forget it downstairs. But I usually like always bring it upstairs on purpose. But yeah, I guess I left my bag down there. And I actually left it downstairs and I left it open. How dumb. But I left my bag open. So yeah, I go to sleep or whatever. Fast forward, I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning and I hear my mom on the phone downstairs cooking or whatever she doing downstairs. So I hear her on the phone, lollygagging, she was downstairs in the morning for like a good 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. So I get up, I get in the shower, get dressed, do all that. I go downstairs to go leave. And by this time I'm going down, she coming back up. So she's still on the phone, in a good mood, all on the phone. So I go downstairs and I see my bag on a chair and it's wide open, like wide open. I'm like, so I said to myself, I said, did I leave my bag like that? So I don't know if she went in my bag or if I left it like that, but it was open and my papers was sticking out. Like if you just was, you ain't even gotta go through it. If you just looked at my bag, you could read what the paper said. Like if you just looked at it, you see the hospital name, my name, the reason for my bag, like all of that. So I'm looking at the bag, like before I even picked it up, I'm staring at the bag like, did I really leave my bag like that? Or did she do something? Like, so I'm thinking to myself, like, am I tripping? Like, I never leave my bag just open and downstairs at that. So after that, she all like, have a good day at work, love you, So I leave and I call my boyfriend and I tell him, and I'm like, yo, like, tell me why I left my bag downstairs last night and I go downstairs this morning and my papers are sticking up. Like, and my mom was downstairs this morning. I'm like, you think she saw it? Like, you think she know? So he like,
yeah, she know. Yeah, she know.
So I'm like, but like, why are you saying that? Like, I don't think she know. Cause I'm like, if she knew, like if she seen something, she would have said something. Like me and her was in the house by ourselves. Why you ain't just approach me then and just be like, I see your papers, like what's going on? Da, da, da. She didn't say nothing and she didn't act abnormal. Like she was acting normal. She was speaking to me like everything. She didn't even give me a little sense of that she knew I was pregnant. So he like,
no, she know. She know.
So I'm like, bye, like she don't know, she ain't say nothing. So I'm like, yo, but she is nosy though. Like she's nosy. Like if she seen that sticking up, she would have read it. So I'm like, yo, you're probably right, because she is nosy. She's not the type to just see a paper and just walk away from it. Like no, she's gonna read it. But I'm like, no, but at the same time she would have said something. Like she would have said something. So he kept telling me, no, I know she know, I know she know. She too nosy to not know. Like she know, I know she's seen it. And I'm just like, boy, bye, she ain't seen nothing. She would have said something. I know my mom. So okay, that was the day of my appointment. So weeks go by, y'all. Like I'm talking 3-4 weeks, like basically like a month go by. So this was like recently now at this point, like 2 weeks ago, whatever. So I still haven't said anything to her about me being pregnant. At this point, I just came to the conclusion that I was not going to tell her. I just was going to let her find out on her own, because I just didn't want any negativity. Like I didn't know how she was going to take it. I didn't know how anyone else in my family was going to take it. And I already knew what my decision was going to be. And I did not want anybody to interfere with it. I didn't want anybody's opinion to matter to me. Like I just didn't want any negativity in my ear at all. So I just was like, I'm just not gonna tell her at all. Like, but like F it, it is what it is. So weeks go by and I forgot, like I didn't care about telling her no more. Like it wasn't even bothering me anymore. Like at first it was eating me alive, it wasn't even bothering me anymore. I just wasn't gonna tell her. So we're at my grandpa's house and me and her, like we chilling or whatever. I leave, she's still normal. Love you, text me when you get home, da, 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 da. I'm in the car on my way home and my phone ringing and it's her. So I'm like, why is she calling me? I just left. So I answered the phone. I'm like, hello. She like,
I feel like it's something you gotta tell me.
Y'all, I instantly start cracking up. Like I couldn't even do nothing but laugh. Like I was cracking up. Like I was cracking up. She like, so she gave me this whole speech. She like, I feel like it's something you wanna tell me, but I guess I don't know if you scared to tell me. I don't know why you scared to tell me, but I know how I felt when I was in that predicament and I was scared to tell people. So I'ma just let you know that I know to make it easier on you. I feel like I'ma just break the ice for you and let you know that I know. I heard something, y'all. But yeah, so she said that, and I'm like, I was laughing. Like, I was laughing on the phone, and I'm like, how you know? I said, did you see my paper? I said, no. I said, I know how you know. And she was like, how? I said, you read my papers in my bag. She was like, well, not even that. I knew before then. So I'm like, how you know before then? She said that, y'all, one day when me and her was at my grandpa's house, that I guess she walked behind me or something and looked at, like, she seen me on my phone, and she seen me on the pregnancy app, like tracking the baby. One, I don't remember that. I don't remember her ever walking behind me while I was on that app, but whatever. She seen the app on my phone or whatever the case may be. So she claimed that she been new for weeks and all this stuff. But I knew she knew for weeks because my appointment was weeks ago at this point. Like a month ago at this point. And I didn't tell her anything. So she was like, I just was waiting on you to tell me. And it's crazy because my boyfriend said the same thing. He was like, no, she knows. She just waiting on you to tell her. And I'm like, oh, well, she gonna be waiting for a long time because I'm not telling her nothing. So yeah, she said she wanted me to tell her, but she just was saying, like, whatever you decide, I'm support you. You grown now, you're not a baby no more. You got your own store, you got your own money, you living on your own. So I mean, like, it ain't nothing, like, basically it wasn't nothing that I couldn't handle because I already was independent, I already was on my own, already was taking care of myself. So she knew that I was in a predicament to like take care of my responsibilities. So she wasn't really worried. It wasn't like I was a 15-year-old who didn't have a job or anything like that. Like, she knew that, I mean, I'm not a baby anymore. So she was okay with it, and went on the phone with me. She just was like, she was okay with it. Like, she just was giving me that heartfelt message, and then she kept asking me about the appointment and pictures of the ultrasound for the baby and all this stuff or whatever. And then as weeks went by, she's even more excited, y'all. Like, she sends me pictures of baby clothes every single day. And I'm like, girl, we don't even know the gender yet. But yeah, y'all, that's how my mom found out I was pregnant and how she reacted to me being pregnant. The rest of my family, I don't even know if they know because my mom may have told them. I didn't tell them anything. So I don't know if she told them or not, but nobody has reached out to me. So yeah, comment down below. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment any new video ideas down below. And also don't forget to comment if you're team boy or if you're team girl. Please send me some well wishes and some positivity and advice. I'm gonna need it. I am a first-time mom, obviously, so any advice you guys have, I will take into consideration. And yeah, thank you for showing love to me. It's your girl Ania Gianna, and we're out. Peace.